got good news and bad news. Okay, good news, I'm the last speaker. Bad news, I'm the last speaker. Whenever you get an award, you always look at, why you're getting the award and who the recipients of this award were in the past and present. And what I know about Bristol, and what I know about sports in Bristol, and what I've read about some of the past recipients, listened to stories, watched them play, played against them, I'm truly humbled and I'm truly honored to receive this award. Dave mentioned earlier that we often hear people say that we put too much emphasis on sports in Bristol. And I just like that statement also. You scan the audience and you see all the success stories that are out here. Okay, how many of them started their road to success on a gymnasium basketball court, okay, on a ball field, and even on a frozen pond in Club Champlain people? If you also think about it, okay, I take a look at what ESPN pays in taxes, and I say, thank God. As I stand here tonight, okay, I realize it's not me. It would be selfish, it would be foolish to say it was me. I know it's a lot of we, so I want to take a little bit of time just to acknowledge the we's that are responsible for me being here. Okay, first my parents. When you think about it, I guess I wouldn't be any place if it wasn't for them. Today would have marked their 60th anniversary. Right? Kind of an interesting day. I would like to thank my parents for teaching me to be myself, because that's the best person I could be. Sometimes it's a scary thought. Okay, also for teaching me the importance of being responsible. Teachers and coaches. Steg Satarski, Norm Gerber, hate to date you, Paul Castelline, and that special teacher, Bernie O'Keefe. I started my organized sports in McCabe's Waters. I played for the Tigers, for Steg Satarski. We won the championship when I was 9, 11, and 12. But I got to be very honest with you. The first 2 years, 9 and 10, I really didn't contribute too much. I was more interested in the Carvel ice cream parlor at the bottom of the hill. And my thoughts were more on whether it was going to be vanilla, chocolate, flying saucer. Most moms have to worry about getting grass stains out of their children's uniforms. My mother spent a lot of time getting chocolate stains out of my uniform. The people I mentioned, okay, are important to me because they created very rewarding experiences. Okay, they made me want to be someplace. There's a big difference between wanting to be someplace and needing to be someplace. When you can motivate people that they want to be there, okay, that's something very special. Okay, not only did they motivate me to want to be someplace, they also motivated me to want to go on and come back and do the same thing. So I thank them very much. Okay, I'd also like to thank old Tom Monahan. Don't ask me why he thought I would be a good softball coach, okay, but he did. He asked me to make the program respectable and not to practice any triple plays, okay, and I think I've done that. Okay, but more importantly, to all the people that Tom hired, he made it known to all of us that no victory is complete unless you do it with class. And that's what I'll remember the most about him. Ralph Papazian. Okay, the importance of paying attention to detail and taking pride in whatever you do. For many out here, I was the first coach, the football players that are here, that they met in high school. my friends in that coaching fraternity at Bristol Central, they're a tough group. I probably would rather go on the O'Reilly factor and get grilled by Bill O'Reilly taking a stand on defending, the hardcore left liberals than to face them sometimes. Okay, but I also know that when I really need them, as I found out this Thursday, that they're only a phone call away, and they'll always be there for me, and I thank them very much. To my family, people always ask who my favorite players to coach were, and I'm kind of reluctant to mention who they are because you make somebody feel good and you make a whole lot feel not so good. But I would tell you who my favorite players, and I've told you this before, my favorite players to watch were number 71, number 15, and number 17. My three sons, Michael, Matt, and John. You have to understand that when you coach, that your children are sharing you with a lot of other people. Okay, they have handled this so very well and allowed me to coach. Okay, and I thank them very much for that. To my wife, okay, I've often said that you are going to coach long and you're going to coach successfully. You need an understanding, supportive wife, or else you're going to understand later on while you are supporting her. Okay, I have one. Okay, she has not only worn the hat of a mom, okay, she has also worn the hat of a dad. Okay, she has been there to always fill in when I wasn't around. Okay, not only is she a good mom, substitute dad, she's an excellent teacher, she's a great sister, and a terrific daughter. Okay, she excels at all of them. Okay, and I know in my life I made some good decisions, I made some bad decisions, but I know that my wife Beverly was the best decision that I ever made. John Cam and Pickles. And if you need an explanation, okay, you can see some of my parents, they'll tell you all about that. To coaches who have assisted me, okay, I've had many, okay, and I am thankful to all of them. I'm not going to mention them all, but I feel I must mention four of them. Okay, two spent a lot of time with me early in my career. Okay, they are Hal Kilby, okay, Blue Massey. Okay, they were the two that helped me get the program going and brought it to such a high level. Okay, and I thank them very much. Two that I presently have who spent a lot of time with me, Jimmy Nocera, okay, Andy Giacomini. Okay, they have continued to keep that program at such a high level. Their hard working, their dedication, it all shows in the success that we have. Okay, and I thank them very much. Okay, I want Andy and Jimmy to know that we won't negotiate. You're going to get the same raise as you had last year. Okay? Another person who has been a contributor to the program, they say that Tommy Lasorda bleeds Dodger blue. Well, we have somebody at Bristol Central who bleeds Central maroon. That person is Tad Doyle. Tad is always involved. He's a person for all seasons, always doing the little things that make coaching a lot easier for me. Okay, and I thank Tad. Bernie called me earlier in the week, and he said to me, he said, Phil, he said, I want you to know that there are two people out there that have really worked hard to make your night special. And when he told me the names, it really didn't surprise me who they were. And these two people have quietly, well, let me retract the word quietly because quiet doesn't go with one of them, right? But these are two people who have been working at surprised when he told me those two people were David Greenleaf, the quiet one, and Bob DeSantis, the not so quiet one. Thank you. I want you to know that Bob today admitted he made a mistake. All right? Bob made a mistake. Correct? Okay, but being modest as Bob is, he quickly pointed out the reason why Eastern did it correctly was they have two people doing his job over at Eastern. He only has one, all right? Players. Let's be honest. You know, you can have a lot of things, okay, but the main ingredients just are the players. The program is about them. The program is for them. Okay, there are several here tonight. There are several that are represented by their parents. I just want to throw out some names because there's too many, you know, over the years to name them all. But there's some here tonight that if you just listen to the names, you'll get an understanding. There's Callie Granger Penn, Monica Hayes, Annie Mize is represented, Jen Giacomini is represented, Jill Nocera is represented, Davina Hernandez is represented, Allie D'Amato is represented, Brian Gleason is represented. If you just listen to those names, okay, you're going to understand why I've been successful. I want the rest of the players to understand that, as Mike pointed out, you know, you tend to go over things when you get an award like this, that I did go over the list of players over all the years, okay, and I want them to know that as I did it, it brought out many smiles. Okay, not only for what they did as softball players, but what they did in the classroom and what they've become, what they've made of themselves. And I'm very proud of all of them. We have an interesting phenomenon before I leave the players that's been occurring with Central. We have a proud tradition with pitchers. Okay, Callie, okay, gave birth to twins. Yes, Callie? Multiple, all right, twins. A little while ago, Kim Corbin, okay, who followed Callie, her sister says, hey, coach, guess what? Kim gave birth to triplets. Well, if this progression, mathematical progression continues, Brian Gleason, okay, when the time comes, if you are married and you are lucky to give birth to children, Bree, we're looking at sextuplets. You're going to give birth to an entire infield, Bree. Okay, before I leave the players, I want to acknowledge, did she leave? Okay, she's still here, okay? Okay, my oldest fan. Okay, Gammy Bird, she's in the back, all right? Gammy Bird has followed Bristol Central softball since 1979. She is 96 years old. Now that I've announced Gammy's name, she's probably become my oldest ex-fan. Okay, lastly, parents. You know, today we've got some problems with parents. We really had a tragic situation this past spring, okay, at Sacred Heart. You know, we had an incident with a bat. You know, and we often hear about problems with parents. You know, I'm sure, okay, that, you know, over the years, I have a few, you know, who'd like to see my image, you know, on a duck at some shooting gallery at some penny arcade, all right, or some voodoo doll, all right? Okay, but overall, I've been very fortunate to have some terrific parents. They've provided me with some terrific kids. Okay, if you look over at that last table, okay, I've got some parents here, the Gleasons, the D'Amatos, the Hernandezes. Okay, I also have parents like Giacomini, Mize know Sarah, okay, whose kids have left and they stuck around. So I've had some very good luck with parents. Okay, I appreciate them. Okay, but more importantly, I appreciate what they did with the daughter and the pleasure of working with the daughter as softball players. Okay, in conclusion, okay, because I know you're tired, right? I know you're tired. I want to congratulate the other recipients. And I want to leave you with this. Okay, I was reading the Hartford Courant the other day. And I don't know if you saw it. There was an article that talked about how humans need to feel important. How many read that article? Okay, I don't know if you did. Okay, but what I want you to know, audience and committee, the event that you put on tonight, and I'd like to take the liberty of speaking for all the recipients. Okay, this event, okay, you validated that we are important, and you make us feel